In this video, we are going to introduce the concept of passive sentences. These sentences can be difficult to translate in many languages. Let's look at the following two sentences. The man ate the banana, and the banana was eaten by the man. In the sentence, the man ate the banana, the man is both the actor and the subject. Actor means the person who does the action. The subject means the noun or noun phrase which relates to the verb in a certain grammatical way. The way that English identifies the subject of a sentence is by having the subject come before the verb. The noun or noun phrase that follows the verb in the first example above is called both the object and the patient. The patient is the noun or noun phrase that the action is done to. Usually, the subject of the sentence is also the actor. This is what is happening in the sentence, "The man ate the banana." However, in some languages like English, the person or thing that the action is done to, the patient, can also become the subject of the sentence. "The banana was eaten by the man" is an example of this kind of grammatical construction. The name of this kind of sentence is passive. A passive sentence is one in which the subject is the thing that the action has been done to. Note that if we use the plural of banana, bananas, the passive sentence would change to, "The bananas were eaten by the man." Here the verb was changes to were, because in English, verbs agree with the subject and not the actor. If the verb agreed with the actor, the verb would be was, since man is singular. The problem with translating passive sentences is that many languages do not have this kind of grammatical construction. This means that when you are translating from a language that does have passive sentences to a language without passive sentences need to be changed into normal or active sentences in the translation. One of the challenges with changing passive sentences into active sentences is that in many cases the actor is not stated. For example, in the Gospel of Matthew we find this sentence, "Jesus was baptized," Matthew 3:16. Readers understand from the context, the verses before, that John did the baptizing. So, to change this sentence from passive to active, the translators can make the actor explicit. They do this by making John the actor, as in, "John baptized Jesus." At other times, there is no way to know for sure who the actor was, as in Acts 16:33, where it says, "The jailer and all his household were baptized." In these situations, translators may use a generic actor, like, "Someone baptized the jailer." In certain languages, an empty or dummy pronoun may be used, like they or it, as in, "They baptized the jailer," where they does not refer to anybody in particular. Our example sentence, "Jesus was baptized," Matthew 3:16, was written originally in Greek. The language of the Old Testament, Hebrew, also allows passive sentences. Remember that if you need to change passive sentences into active sentences, you may need to make an implied actor explicit or provide a generic actor. It's okay to do that.